Good morning, everybody. It's Tammy Maxine, and this is week 4, chapter 3 in A Little Light on Spiritual Law by Diana Cooper, The Law of Request. Under spiritual law, if you want help, you have to ask for help. When you help someone who has not asked for it, you also prevent him or her from sorting out the situation for themselves. So this goes both ways. If I want help, I have to ask for it. Nobody's going to know. Sometimes no one knows that I need help, so I would have to ask. And just like helping someone that doesn't actually need help, but you encroach to help them anyway, there is a balance there. When we force ourselves, we actually create karma. And what we mean by that is if it goes wrong, it's our responsibility. It would be my own responsibility to pay the karma back from that. Good karma, bad karma, and everything in between that. It's like unsolicited advice. Not only is unsolicited advice basically a sense of criticism in there, it also is it's not necessary. Because if you feel upset by someone else going sideways and witnessing that, like there's a difference between helping someone out when it's an emergency or there's a situation. That's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here is, I would say it's more ego-driven or unconscious ego versus a conscious ego. Or unconditional love would also be something that would not bear consequences. When anyone is ready for help, that is the time to ask for help. If this is uncomfortable, is what I was going to say. If it's uncomfortable for you, that would be your own stuff, okay? So the law of request is pretty simple. I find all the spiritual laws pretty logical and psychologically sound. So it's not like there's a lot of woo-woo going on here. This is literally information that if we remember these little rules, these 36 little rules of how to play the game of life and do good, wouldn't you want to know? Don't you think this might have been the handbook that we all should have got when we were born? So our team of guides, our angels, whatever way you feel that greater sense of source beyond you that also are there for you and take care of you, or they also are okay with letting you screw things up. Part of the learning process and the learning curves on Earth is to make errors. And this is where I say judgment versus observation. So it's okay to make a mistake. Or maybe we don't even call them mistakes. Maybe they're just like, went a little sideways. It happens. Being able to observe what you would do differently is always a great way to gift yourself that help that you need. Also, when it is appropriate to ask for help, we assess the situation first, right? And it's important that you're calmly asking for help. We don't want to, make demands that someone, like, it's, let's just say, to stay calm and peaceful and know that the helpers are going to be there when you need help. One important aspect, I did look online to look up the definition of the word request, and it also gave 3 ways to ask for help, 3 peaceful or calm ways to ask for help. And either of these three, none of them were the way I was taught. And in all ways, always, you can put the words, please, will you, ... If you word your request with please, will you, ... it is the most peaceful, calm way that you can ask. You want alignment, to stay in alignment, to stay in that peaceful space. Alignment, not instant gratification. When the student shows up, the teacher always appears. And vice versa. So, walking the spiritual path means to be able to quiet the mind, go within first, and ask for help within. And in the time that it allows to rest in the silence would be as much as you can do in a situation. So it would be based on the kind of request you're making and the kind of help you need, and the timeliness, right? So it's more like the teacher always appears when the student is ready. The student appears too when the teacher is ready. I mean, it goes balance and polarity, which is a law, and also the law of karma. I did want to state that we will be discussing the law of karma a little later on. So we will touch on that. Wow. And then there's this. When you are ready to formulate the question, you're ready to have the answer. You're ready to know the answer. I like that. I like that perspective because there's no pressure in instant gratification. There's no pressure to get answers right away. If you can sit in the stillness and just know, right? So if someone offers help and you accept it, that is considered an energetic contract. So it's like an offer and an acceptance, and then there's, okay. So what I'm reading here is more like if someone offers help and you accept it, but you felt pressure to accept it, that's also kind of, the vibration, if you believe the student when the student is ready, the teacher will show up. When you do need help, that the right person or the right circumstance will arise, and that help will be there. And here's the thing too, something might not look like it's helping, but it might be a stage before helping. I think it's always just really good to say yes to life and how things show up. Because I believe the universe, with the like alignment, the universe always delivers what's more aligning with what you need. So even though you think you need an answer to this, if you say yes to this, you might get an answer for something else, and then this will come in right after. If you resist this, you block this. I know we're going to have a talk about this, so I just wanted to share a little bit of extra tidbits here. It's stating that when we go into a sense of quiet and we center ourselves and we meditate or pray on what we really want, we need to find clarity first and then ask for the help that is needed. Yeah, we will be discussing the law of decree. So if there's something like global that you would really like to help or change and be, the law of request, right? The universe needs help. How can I be of service? So how does it get better than this? How can I help? How can I do and have what needs to be expressed in this moment, in order to move the energy toward where it needs to go? And the answer always lies in the question. I love this one. When the answer lies in the question. The more clarity you have in your question, the greater help you will receive. I'd say keep an eye out for the synchronicities. I think that those little synchronicities that's like the universe going, yep, this is the way. Yep, this is the way. Yep, this is the way. So the universe is always waiting to help you. And all you have to do is ask. Namaste.